Hi, Sarah. I'm going to give you some feedback starting at week one, just taking a look at this. And so you've justified the grade, better to be in point form. In general, you want to make a list of strong points to support your grade using the self-grading guide. I ask you to use that simply because at the end of the course, you're going to have to do that, and you want to be strong in your explanation. So you've got your Gen AI prompt, which is great. And you got this chatbot, great. It's good. It's a great summary there. And so that's fine. The Gen AI activity, though, I don't see. So let me take a look. For lesson one, if we get down to the Gen AI activity, you were supposed to, create a summary of your interaction with ChatGPT and actually not ChatGPT, Notebook. So I am looking at your answers here. You've got a pretty good summary here of what you've been doing in detail. And then I'm assuming it'll give you a nice, yes, you've got your class. Yeah, so I would agree, you're a solid B plus in terms of looking at this tool. So well done. You have the prompt for your Gen AI project. And what have you done here? So it's just about an hour. You worked on a project. You don't have a description of your project. I don't have a link to your project. Just going to take a look to see if it's somewhere hidden here. Ah, it is. Okay. So that's there. I should have a link to that so I can. Okay. So plan is 20 baby play-based activities, notebook, Hey Jen, and okay. So really pretty underdeveloped. You don't really have a plan. You don't have a set of target goals or learning goals. Probably should have used my prompts, or you still can, to develop this project. So that's kind of bringing it to sort of a B level. Um, this week, the main topic, okay, so you really didn't do, you didn't finish the prompt here for like and contribute there. And then this is not the right format for the resources. So yeah, you're kind of at a B level there. Now here you've given yourself an A, but not any real explanation. So um, and I don't think I see any prompt. I went in depth when it came to the prompt work. Okay, yeah. You have to use the self-grading guide and come into a lot. If you're giving yourself an A, you have to really justify it. 3 sentences isn't going to do it. So what's this? This is a prompt completed, but I'm pretty sure there was something you had to link to. You were using Gemini and Notebook to summarize articles to complete an action. You did the debate. So this is the in-class stuff, but I'm just looking at the actual Gen AI, what we're asked to do. And you were supposed to either create an information literacy document or a tool evaluation. I don't see either here. And if I go to your, yeah, I don't see anything here as well. So you've missed the Gen A activity. It's not done, or you haven't put it the document. You've got the prompt completed, but you haven't really done much on your personal project. And again, this is incorrect. This has to be a linked label. And you've provided a one sentence thing where we're looking for 2 to 3 sentence description here. So I don't think you're at an A quality work here. Your project's underdeveloped. You haven't actually produced the Gen A activity document. You are putting the resources in incorrectly here with not labeled links. You can see when I say labeled link, you can see that's a labeled link, but that isn't. And then you're giving yourself a B. Concerning last week's didn't meet the criteria, this will be a shortened version since punctuality isn't an issue with the, I give myself a B. I'm hoping to meet the criteria. Okay. It seems I'm not grasping what needs to be done. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. You should maybe make an appointment with Kyle if you're having some problems, but I'm giving you guides here and video descriptions of what you need to do. So if you just looked at this guide, you'd be able to give yourself a better self-evaluation. The Gen AI activity here was, I believe, the challenges activity. And you got challenge. Well, understaffed is going to be hard for ChatGPT. Overly packed schedule, maybe. Empty schedule. That's interesting. Competing things. Running out of sterilized instruments. Okay. And difficult patients. Which did you choose? You used DeepSeek and difficult patients. That makes sense. And then you tried. You'd use it again. It was efficient. Okay, so that's, I think, a solid A on that for sure. And then you've got your prompt here giving me all the information and the summary here, which is fine. And then, okay, you've got this long, yeah, I just, again, I don't see any progress on your project. So that kind of just, it brings you down to a B regardless. It's just in-class prompt is fine in terms of the summary. Um, Although it'd be nice to have the summary, right? You kind of just give the chat dialogue here. And then you give a research paper, and this actually is correctly referenced, but you have no description there. From now on, well, actually, you're supposed to provide a uh, an evaluation. That's a pretty thin evaluation, just so you know. And then week 4 clearly is missing, so you're a week behind. And then on Wednesday, I'll be 2 weeks behind. So you're kind of uh, at a B-ish level, maybe, but without the Gen A activities, so they all have to be complete, and without a project, I am concerned. So I'm just giving you that feedback.